Previously on Pokemon D&D Kanto Edition, our trainers finished their enticing battle with Team Rocket with no casualties on their part, but most of the Pokemon really won, and decided that they were going to try to loot off some resources. That's where we pick off, and stay tuned to see what happens now on Pokemon
I'm about to show you
D&D.
why the dinosaurs had to go.
Pokemon D&D, Purification and Planning.
As Pokemon, you have evolved to do so.
A snack ball. I'm a snack in balls.
What was special that I found?
The collar. Which,
You also got a snack ball though.
with your investigation, you have determined some information that it has the potential through the dark energy and the methods of causing electrical energy of pain through that red type of energy, that it affects Pokemon in a way that amplifies their power, but changes the light within their heart to dark.
To dark. Join the
But
dark.
heavily amplifies the power of the Pokemon. Make me a history check. You don't recall anything further about what that is.
Hey, look at this weird collar.
I'll take a look at his collar since he wants
put
to
it on.
stuff.
I kind of want to keep it on the dude to see if it fucking.
I mean,
But I am going to do. I'm going to investigate it too, though.
you can do what you want,
Oh,
Are you gonna investigate the
but that
colors as
item
well?
I don't
is
have one.
very valuable.
He's showing us.
So
I
I don't know why I didn't think about it,
Then you
but
roll like a 19.
my character
No.
is just thinking about it now. I guess I'm gonna put the handcuffs
Okay, perfect.
and keep
I-
the rope to myself.
Okay.
I rolled a
much?
19
Would you say that was?
of history of on investigation and stuff or whatever for
For the collar?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you roll me history as well?
Is that something we need to roll as well?
To investigate, and
Yeah,
then if
we're
you pass the
investigating.
investigation,
Does a
if you
16 pass the investigation?
yes.
Okay. That's 19 on history. Boss.
Okay, so you guys are examining, and your memory is triggering that this thing has the ability to turn a Pokemon's heart into complete darkness, turning it into a shadow Pokemon, which highly amplifies the power of the Pokemon through darkness and channeling its rage. And I have mechanics on all of that. So, you have something that can literally make shadow Pokemon.
That might be something you want to hold on to.
That's what I was saying. There is also a purification process that gives different types of bonuses. If the Pokemon undergoes this, turns into a shadow Pokemon, there is a way to purify the Pokemon through certain methods of mechanics that will give it, instead of superior offensive abilities, it will be turned in more of a superior constitution and defensive capabilities.
Okay. So after it's like changed into dark and then it gets purified into a good Pokemon.
If you choose,
A light, not shadow, but let's say light Pokemon, like whatever, not shadow, the opposite of shadow. It is defensive instead of offensive.
exactly.
And
There's,
it's pure.
yes, so there's 3 levels of each shadow Pokemon. So a Pokemon in Purified and Shadow has 3 levels that you have to undergo process to achieve. Once you achieve each level, the amplified power, whether it be offensive with Shadow or defensive with Purified, will take a step further. And with each level, you get 2 stat points to the Pokemon to put wherever you like. And you get 1 point ability score to add to your Pokemon as well for each level. 3 levels Shadow, 3 level Purification, similar but different processes of how that operates, which is kind of like you have to roll. Let me recall it. So essentially, how that will operate is once per long rest, you can roll animal handling to handle the Pokemon, and if you roll high enough, you can use intimidation with the shadow Pokemon, and if you roll high enough, you get a certain amount of points for each successful intimidation. Once you have achieved the set amount of points for the level, you go from level 1 to level 2, and then so on and so forth until you've reached level 3. The same thing with Purification. In each level of Purification, you get an additional level of loyalty as well. So that helps make your Pokemon even more bonded to you, which is going to give some other buffs as well between you and the trainer. It'll be animal handling and then a charisma instead of intimidation to rechannel the darkness within its heart and amplify the love and light within its heart. If you guys want to know the mechanics on all that, I have it written down with the Shadow and Purified Pokemon.
I was gonna say, what is are we still hiding those bodies or what?
Yeah, hiding the bodies.
That'd be a good time to call it a day. So we're trying to figure out what to do next.
I say
Alright.
hide the bodies and then
Well,
regroup.
Hi, editor cutting in here. That was a lot. And Purification and Shadow Pokemon were released in Coliseum and Gala Darkness and then brought back in Pokemon Go. And the mechanics of that got implemented and it's just kind of a lot. So let me just kind of go over a few things. So Shadow Pokemon mechanics. At the beginning of a turn, you roll a d4 and on a 1, the Pokemon will attack the trainer in a blind rage, dealing 1d6 damage. On a 2 to 3, it does kind of what you tell it to do, begrudgingly, I should say. And on a 4, it uses what's known as a Shadow move. That is a base damage to every type, so it has no resistances, it has no weakness damage infliction to it, and it gets several kind of buffs to the move. So, for example, at level 1, it does +2 to hit, gets 46 damage plus half of your attack stat or special attack stat, whichever one's the highest stat, and it crits from an 18 to a 20. Now you may be, hey, levels, what's up with that? So Shadow Pokemon have several levels. It's 1, 2, and 3, same with Purification Pokemon. And at level 1, this is what you get. At level 2, that +2 becomes a +3, and the damage is moved from a 4d6 to a 48. And the critical hit is extended from an 18 to 20 to a 17 to 20. Level 3, you get from a +3 to a +4 to hit. The damage goes from a 48 to a 40-10 plus half the attack. And the critical hit range is extended to 16 to 20. Now, how do you increase your levels? That's a bit complicated. First, you need to make an intimidation check of 14 against your Pokemon to kind of intimidate them into not liking you as much. Following that, you will do an animal handling check, and if you pass the animal handling check of 16, that'll get you a total of 20 points. Now, how many points do you need to go from level 1 to level 2? You need 250 points to go from level 1 to level 2. And from level 2, you're in level 2 from 250 to 750 points. And then from 750 points to 1,500 points is level 3. I'm going to leave that up here for a little bit so you guys can read over what you need to on this. But I'm going to keep going. At level 2, the intimidation check increases to 15 and the animal handling check increases to 17. And at level 3, the intimidation check goes from 16 and the animal handling check goes to 18. So yeah, it's a bit complicated. I want to make sure I went over that. There is another rule set for Purification, so let me get into that one for you. So Purification doesn't focus on damage, it focuses more on survivability and sustainability. So it gives you that extra bulk. To purify Pokemon, it's the exact same checks and the exact same level system as Shadow Pokemon, except for it's not intimidation, it's persuasion. So at level 1 of Purification, you get a +1 to your AC, and whenever you take damage, you may roll a d4, and if you roll a 4 on that d4, you may roll 4d6 and reduce the damage you took by the number that you rolled. And once per battle, you may roll 4d6 in HP recovery. Once per long rest, if your Pokemon faints, that purified Pokemon, you may roll a d20, and on an 18 or 20, your Pokemon comes back with half HP. So yeah, it's really good to purify your Pokemon, and it's kind of a good payoff for all that, work and effort you have to put in. That being said, at level 2, it goes from +1 to AC to a +2. You reduce damage roll on a 4 is 48, and twice per long rest, you may restore HP by 48, and you may revive your Pokemon if you roll a 17 or a 20 twice. Level 3, you get a +3 to your AC. On your damage reduction, it goes out to a 4d10. And 3 times per battle, you may restore your HP by 4d10. And 3 times per long rest, you may roll a d20. And 16 to 20, revive your Pokemon with half. So yeah, really complicated, but Joel feels like that's going to be really good for us, so I trust his judgment. I just wanted to make sure I did a little bit of explaining because, again, it's a lot going on. I'm going to leave this up here again. Pause if you need to read it. And thank you for watching us. Now, let's get back into it. Small cut because we're going into a new session. Stay tuned.
T.L.P.C. Nation, our people, back at it for another beautiful Monday, which takes place with D&D Kanto. Man, we had such a session last time, didn't we, everyone? Found Team Rocket's hideout in the middle of the darkness in Viridian Forest. Kind of battled it out as we were scoping in that forest pathway that leads up to the hideout. Couple Team Rocket grunts got murdered by Brawly and his Rhyhorn. And yeah, I think last time we left off on Pokemon D&D Kanto, you just had searched the grunts for items. Most of you found a Snag-'em Ball or Snag Ball. Trevor rolled high enough to find a collar that has the ability and potential to turn Pokemon into Shadow Pokemon through an energy that creates darkness and pain and shuts off a Pokemon's heart and turns the Pokemon into a Pokemon of rage, darkness, and shadow, which we now have mechanics for, so I'm very excited to see how that plays out. With that being said, guys, you had just beat the grunts. You just searched the bodies. You have a grunt, I think, sleeping and tied up. You're toward the entrance of the Team Rocket's hideout. What would you like to do?
Good question. Good question. Can I look for the knife that that got lassoed up into a tree head that cut himself
Yes.
free?
So you have one of two options. You can roll once with a higher check because we are in the middle of the night and it's very hard to see, or you can roll with a lower check at disadvantage. What would you like to do?
Let's take the straight roll.
Alright, straight roll. I have the DC for you to beat.
That's a 19, boss.
You find the knife. It is off pathway, and it's kind of like in the bushes, just like by the base of the bushes, but not fully in the bushes. And you were lucky enough to kind of like just catch that gleamer of shine upon the knife. It stuck out to you. So you now have a knife.
Can you describe what it looks like?
Essentially, the way I envision it, it's a combat knife.
Okay.
I would say about 8 inches, give or take, in blade. And Finn, off top, do you know what your knife damage does? Is it 1d8?
1d4.
1d4? Yeah.
It's a dagger, basically.
Essentially, yes. Thank you for your knowledge of this. Alright guys, so Brawley found a knife. What's the move?
I think we should get down and try and see if we can
Free the Pokemon.
or just
Yeah,
check like
I'm ready to storm the castle.
her
Yeah, I mean,
at this point, right?
all I can
We've
see
already-
us doing really is going in there. I mean, we can't honestly wait until the cops come around.
Kinda gotta.
Also, I don't know if it's specific when the cops do come around.
At this rate, yeah.
So, yeah.
Do we want to try and scoop out the base or just go straight for the Pokemon?
Do you have any potions?
Well, I
I do
think
have some potions.
You should probably use one before we go there.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We should probably heal up our Pokemon as much as we can before we go in there.
I'm relatively healed, but I'm also out of potions, so I think I only have like one that's. No.
I think.
I've only got one Pokemon.
I'll take out a potion and use it on my seal.
You
Which
got
one?
it. One potion. Writing it
Did I
down.
use Migi?
Yeah, you had Migi out last.
Okay, and then
And the
Did
HP
Migi
for
have-
what I have with Migi.
is 20. You took 9.
Yep. You're right.
And then.
it is poisoned, by the
Yeah,
way.
okay, I just didn't know if it was Migi who was poisoned or my other one. I don't have a potion heal for.
Bless you.
Thank you.
An antidote?
An
By the-
antidote. I do not have antidotes. I just have potion.
Yeah.
And then then I had one. Did I have one that fainted?
So this is what I have for you. Bless you.
Bless you.
Was it?
For your fainted Pokemon.
Did I have any?
So Pichu is fainted, Ivy's
yep.
on 2 HP, and Migi is on 21 HP and is poisoned.
Okay, so
Squirtle is asleep, Meowth and Bellsprout are fainted. Seal has 1 HP, now 21 HP, and is poisoned.
those ones I don't
Charmander
have.
is fainted, Bruiser has 31 HP and is paralyzed.
Sorry, go ahead.
So Pichu is the one who's
I
fainted.
shouldn't be paralyzed. with
Did
these animals.
did you cure your...
He did.
Okay, I will erase that.
Was it?
That was old then.
So Pichu is fainted. You said someone. Oh, Ivy, yeah. So I'm going to heal Ivy with a potion.
Excellent.
So does that bring
So-
me up to?
Potions will give you 20 HP, so both... You're at 22, you're at 21, correct?
I'd like to use another potion.
Yeah.
Do you have another
Go ahead.
pistol, by the way?
So you said it was at 21, so 21.
Yep, here you go. So,
Yes.
you were at 21, Trev. Jazz, you,
I went up to 22.
22.
And then was it my Caterpie taken or my Weedle taken?
It was the Caterpie.
The disrespect. Okay, so
Okay, I'm making some modifications. So,
oh right,
your
because it was supposed.
Seal's
yeah.
HP is 41, and Ivy is 22. I have made the modification.
Yep. And then I can't heal my. I mean, could I? How much damage does poison give again?
It's, I believe, a 1d4.
Oh shoot.
And then I should have Caspian at 24 and Suddy at 18, right?
Yep. So,
That's the only thing I have damaged.
yep, that's what I have as
That's
well.
fine. So I still have my
Because
Weedle.
your Nidoran wasn't at 36 HP?
It was 36, yes, it's
I didn't
So
know
half,
Pichu
yep,
take
perfect.
damage.
Pichu fainted in the battle against your Eevee,
Oh, right.
if I remember correctly.
Wait, my...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my friends, let's move forward. Let's make some
Eevee
decisions.
kicked my
If
booty?
we're all decided.
I think we all said we were going in, right? So, the ones... So, the Happening and the Eevee are the ones I don't have in my party. Those are the two that I gained that I already had a...
Do you have a total of 8 Pokemon?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, 6.
6?
Yeah, so Oddish, my cutie, the shiny Oddish, was my 6.
So anything past Oddish is in the box?
Yeah. So then I have the Happening and the Eevee, which would have been sent to the
PC.
box. Yeah.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure those are the ones that I don't have
Yep.
on me. They're in my box.
That
and we
is
have to
correct.
go back to a center to be able to switch them out. But I just wanted to make sure that that was right. That I
That
had
is
my
correct.
stuff checked off. And I'm good. If they want to tackle it in and go.
What do we do with this sleeping team rocket?
Didn't we tie him up?
Yep.
Yeah, you said it.
Okay, I'm
Do we
rolling.
have duct tape? Do we have
Oh,
any?
here we go.
That was an 8. And that's a 16. He wakes up.
But he's still restrained.
He's still restrained. So as he wakes up,
So.
looks around and notices his comrades are dead. Puts him in shock.
Wait, how does he notice they're dead? We hit the bodies.
Yeah.
I missed that you hid the bodies.
Yeah, we did that last session.
Okay, that's why I missed that, because I probably had forgotten.
We also gagged him last session.
Yeah, we did.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So forgive me on not remembering all the little details.
Oh, I didn't remember.
So he wakes up, he's restrained, he's gagged, he's in shock to see what position he is in. Notices he no longer has his Pokemon beside him, and his comrades are gone. So he's freaking out inside and on the outside that he is in this situation as you hear him screaming
Or
and
muffled
trying to
screaming.
grunting in the sense of you muffled screaming, and how he can't get out of the position he is. He is in a scared and not happy position.
I mean, I could totally be willing to knock him back out again.
That is on you.
Because if he's moving around and stuff, I mean, couldn't alert.
Yeah.
He could be found.
Raleigh, what do you think?
Or we can leave him to the mercies of Brawley. Let's see what I got in my stuff.
I'm making a roll. All right.
What do you mean you're making another roll?
Just that's for me to know.
I think we should bring him with us as best as we can.
I think we should have left. We should leave him. I think we should just. What do you think?
He's gagged, tied up. I mean, I don't really care what we do with him. I mean, maybe throw him off the road at least.
Brawley?
Brawley's gonna say, no witnesses?
No witnesses. So who's doing the deed?
Well, I mean, Brawley's already kind of committed at this point.
Making another roll.
Alright.
All right. What do you want to do?
Let's just leave him here.
Okay.
Because
So then I want to do, first and foremost, I want to do a quick scan of my surroundings.
Okay.
I want to do a perception. Yeah.
What are you trying to perceive?
I just want to perceive if anyone is coming up, if anyone's walking, any sort that could indicate that someone is approaching.
Got it. Please make a roll. Question. It is in the dark. So would you rather make one?
Wait, is it in the dark though?
Yeah, you guys are in that pathway.
Gotcha.
All the torches are in the campsite.
Gotcha.
So what were you gonna say?
What was your roll?
No, finish what you were gonna say first.
I was going to say, would you like to make 2 rolls at disadvantage with a lower check, or would you like to make 1 roll with a high check?
It's considered high checks then.
That's for me to know.
I'll just take a high check, I guess, maybe?
Alright, what was your roll?
Is perception, a wisdom, or... So... 17.
You beat the check. Good for you. I think actually you nailed the check, so good for you. So, with that perception check, you don't see anybody.
So
you guys are...
I beat it, but there's no one around, no one's heard
With the success of the check, you would notice if someone was approaching you from the pathway, so like coming up from behind you or anywhere in your little area.
Yeah, anywhere near us.
With the successful one, you would have noticed if anyone was there. No one is there as of this moment.
Okay, so
I think we should maybe go in quietly and try and rescue the Pokemon before making too much commotion.
I definitely agree. I think we should stealth it. And I'm gonna what?
No, continue.
Also, right now we're still in the clear. I did just take a quick look around, or like make sure we're still on the low. I think we should definitely get him off the street. I mean, we got the bodies hidden. We need to hide him too, at least somewhere where he's not the first thing they see. Just toss him. I don't care what we do with him. And then I think I agree with Brawley. We should stealthily try to get in without drawing too much more attention. And then if whatever happens, it happens. But that's what I think. So I think we should go in more.
Alright, make your stealth checks and your approach with how you would like to enter the camp.
Well, first, I'm going to put Caspian away.
Yeah, I'm gonna recall Bruiser as well.
Yeah, I'm recalling my Pokemon as well.
I'm leaving Azarath out. But
Okay.
I'm recalling Caspian.
All my Pokemon are in.
Okay.
Can I make an investigation check towards the compound of like the buildings that we see and stuff?
What are you looking for?
Is there like I wanna see if there's like guards outside of a specific building, or like you said there's a building with a radio tower on it, right?
Yup, a satellite.
So that's probably the main building on the picture.
Yup, probably right.
And then I'm bringing out my
I got a
Baz.
for a stealth check.
Awesome. You hit the check, so you're good on stealth.
Baz. I'm bringing out Baz, which is my Weedle.
Okay.
So I was just switching out my Migi with my Weedle. And then I'm gonna make that stealth check.
I'd like to make a perception check to see if I can see people within the compound.
Okay. Make your roll.
Make my stealth check. $17.
17 for perception or stealth?
Perception.
25.
You succeed with your... Did you say 25?
For yourself?
You are invisible out there, dude.
Well, because I rolled an 18, and then I have a 3+ in my actual. So I rolled a 18 plus 3 plus 4 from my Weedle.
Okay.
Because that's how that works, right?
Sounds crazy to me.
You know what's even crazier?
What?
I also have a 25.
Alright,
Well,
well,
17.
you are both pretty darn invisible.
It's the staff, I tell you.
It's from Azarath, natural Plus.
So, you're looking for the people around the compound?
Yes.
Okay. So you see still somebody by, looking out where the Pokemon are inside the cage.
Like one person?
Yes.
Just kind of like walking around the cages. Okay.
You see a total of 5 grunts. One is outside of the building with the satellite, kind of like keeping guard. And then you see just 3 of them, 3 other ones on different areas of the campsite. So one far on the other left side, right side, and the back side of the campsite. Just kind of like moving up and down, just walking the perimeter.
I'd also like to make one more perception check to see if we can see like a generator or something, or a power source for the cages. Like if they're just like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's a spike. It's a poison point.
Ooh, spike. That would be a 25. A nat 20?
You do not see a generator.
Okay.
You see a big, fat, steel lock.
So...
Make your stealth check.
Yes. Well, not very stealthy.
If you walk into that campsite, you will be seen.
And then, after you do your check, I want to roll for a perception.
Our adventurers try to sneak their way in, and it doesn't look like it's going too well yet. Already one failed stealth. Maybe they should just stop trying that. Find out what happens next time on Pokemon D&D Kanto Edition, and thank you for watching.